All right, so I've had a lot of questions. All right, Jay, what's really going on here? I probably overreacted a couple times on maybe some posts or what have that people have seen. So let me kind of just slow down a little bit and tell you guys a little bit how, the situation. So about a year ago, we had to move out of our downtown Sacramento location out to the farm. So I called the county of Solano. I said, hey, we want to bring out a trailer to put our employees in. And they asked me, hey, does it have wheels? I said, yeah, it has wheels. And they said, oh, if it has wheels, it's a DMV issue. You don't need to get a permit from us. I was like, oh, okay. And then we needed some cold storage for our beer and a garage for our tools and things like that for the farm. And I talked to some of my farming friends, and they said there's axles that you can put on the back of shipping containers. And so I was like, oh, okay, well then, that has wheels too. So that's a DMV issue. So I guess we don't need permits for those. So we did those. The kiln is a farm, is a piece of farm equipment, so that doesn't need permitting. And the little tap room that we serve beer out of is smaller than 120 square feet. And I know that the rules are that if you have a structure that's under 120 square feet, you don't have to have it permitted. So that's that. We, over the winter, we increased the size of the shade structure / umbrella to provide a little more shade and whatnot for folks in the tap room. And my sense on that one was I probably should have, in hindsight, gone to the county and asked them a little bit about it. But my sense was, hey, it has no walls, and it's just it's basically an umbrella. It's a lot bigger than an umbrella you'd buy at Lowe's or Home Depot, but it was just an umbrella, so we put it up. Well, that probably crossed the line a little bit with the county. They called us in mid-January sometime. They said, hey, the shade structure is it needs a permit. I was like, okay, what's the problem? They said, well, it could. This literally is what they said. They said they were worried it could be lifted up in a strong gust of wind and blown on the freeway. I was like, okay, well, I know the wind and I'm a contractor. It's not going to happen. They said, prove it. So we hired Tim Deming, who's an engineer and an architect, both a structural, civil, and electrical engineer. We got him involved, and I said, Tim, what do we need to do? Is it's unsafe, first of all? And he says, no, it's not unsafe. He looked at the electrical work. He says, it's not up to code. We had some extension cords on the ground. He says, it's not up to code, but it's not unsafe either. And so we started going to work on, bringing it up to code, getting permits and stuff like that. To date, we've spent about $15,000 on permits, fees, architectural drawings, and contractors. And while we were going through the process of bringing them up to code, the county first turned our power off, and then they condemned every building, even the RV, which they told me they don't have any jurisdiction over, and all those containers, including the one that's less than 120 square feet, and deemed them all a public safety issue. So that's kind of where we're at right now. At the same time, they gave us their lawyers gave us a path out that we're working through right now. How long it's going to take is really the big question. To be honest, they've kind of kept moving the goal line as we've gone through this process, saying if we get it permitted by this time, they won't turn the power off, but then they turn the power off before we get it. So at this point, I don't know what the timing frame is, but we're absolutely committed to get this back up into according to whatever the county wants and needs, and to get open as quickly as possible. First of all, for our team, so that we can get back to work, and number two, so you guys can come out and visit us and enjoy the afternoon and sunsets and whatnot. So, if you guys have any questions, you're welcome to call me. My cell phone number is 916-919-5691, 916-919-5691. My email address is je@ruhstallerbeer.com. We're not trying to hide. I mean, if we were trying to hide, we wouldn't be 300 feet from the freeway and had a sign on the freeway for the last 3 years saying, beer, exit this tap room, beer, this exit. So we're not hiding, we're not running, we're trying to get this thing, taken care of as quickly as possible. The entire team is so appreciative of all your support, and we're even trying to take some of the frustration that's going on right now and convert it to something positive, and maybe even have a big kind of grand reopening party whenever that would be. So thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for being, again, so supportive of us. Come visit our tap room downtown. And we were extending the hours on Saturday and Sunday, so we're going to open at 11 a.m. Partly that is so that some of our staff that was working in the tap room at the farm can now work downtown, and we can keep the team together for as long as we need to. We're still, brewing beer at a couple different locations. We're still going to, Kennen comes out this week. You'll see our beer in stores and restaurants. That's not going to change at all. So, again, thanks for everything. We probably made a mistake. We maybe made an assumption, and you know what assuming does. So, I am the ass. So I'll take full responsibility for that. And but we're working as hard as we possibly can to get back into the good graces of everyone in the county and you guys as well. So if we broke the trust, or you guys whatnot, we apologize for that. We want to get back into this as quick as possible. So thank you.